Yo, the mellowness, right? That was the mellow intro, bro. But hey, that's what you need, man. We just coming in, checking it out, and this is a new thing. This restream, we're trying it out. Got Twitter, got YouTube. I think we'll jump on some Facebook soon. But hey, guys, it's good to see you. Got FOMO Head, got Austin M2, and Sniper M2. There you go. I know Tim, the T ratio. Tim is in the midst of shifting some things around. I know my man is moving, and everybody knows how much that takes, right? So it's good to see you guys. I appreciate y'all jumping on, and I think we're going to be doing this quite often. So, what's up? How's it going, guys?
Hey, I'm feeling phenomenal. I don't know about FOMO Head over there. That head is looking like he's feeling phenomenal, looking like he's got younger. The sniper's over there flexing his muscles with his latest video. So shooting the onion.
That's right. He blasted it, bro.
Oh, I'm still getting over that one. You know, I forgot to tell you, Austin, who picked up the partial sponsorship of this evening. They just sent this over to me.
Oh, look. Oh, Damon.
I want to let everybody know the first 20 minutes today is sponsored by Lay's Flaming Hot. This is the #1 chip in the world, as Austin has said, and the only way to get this through is the other one is sponsored by Topo Chico with lime. Now, if you want to trap Austin M2 anywhere in the world, you drop some of these chips with this Topo Chico with lime, and you got them. I just want to let you know who sponsored.
That's nice. So, like a little trail? Is that what you're saying? Just
this right here, ladies and gentlemen. When I visited with Austin, we had to drive about 180 miles in all different directions looking for these flaming hot Lay's chips. I just want to let everybody know they picked up the sponsorship, Austin M2.
Three grocery stores, 6 farmers markets, and 18 gas stations later, we found a bag of Lay's Flaming Hots.
You know, God, brother, I got extra bags for you, brother. I told him, I'm not doing this unless you get it from my brother Austin. They're going to be boxed up tomorrow for you, Austin.
So Ray, what do we got in store for the night? What do we got going?
Awesome. Well, definitely, I'm going to go over some of the news. There's a lot of stuff. We've been kind of missing in action. MIA, right? Like I said, Tim's been in the midst of moving. A lot of stuff is going on in crypto, bro. That's a space that's constantly moving, constantly going. You miss a week, and it's like you're missing half a year, right? But I'm going to go over the news of the day, and then some funny stuff with the IMF. You know how much the IMF, right?
Is it actually funny?
It's funny because how they have a matrix, Austin. If you see, they have a nice matrix of how they want to fix all this decentralization. They want to fix it. You know what I mean? So,
they're so kind, right?
They do. They're looking out for the little man, FOMO.
Best. They have our best intentions.
They do. That's right. So I'm going to jump into it, and then we'll get after it. And then I think what does Sniper got? And then I think Austin, you're going to wrap it up, right?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just to let anybody know before you start, Ray, anybody that's live streaming on Twitter, they can't drop a comment in there unless they have the blue verified check mark. So,
yeah.
Oh, look at this. The news. We're already reporting news.
Appreciate it. That's good stuff there, Sniper. Hey, I do want to go through. We got people in the chat. I appreciate it. Good to see you, George. Throwing up some comments. Like I said, we usually do this on YouTube. We're really starting to kind of hit it out on Twitter now. Good to see you, Deborah. How you doing? It's been a while. Yes, it's all good. There you go. People chatting amongst themselves. Appreciate that. Ariel, good to see you. Yes, good evening, fam. John G, hello. Yes, there you go. Look, there you go.
Howdy.
Shout outs, FOMO, Sniper, Austin, the Web3, the Dream Team. I don't know about that, George, but appreciate it, brother. Ella, yes, good evening, good evening. Good to see you. Well, let me jump into it and share my screen. And then, you guys, give me some comments here. Window, entire screen. It's a little different. So, bear with me, everybody. I'm getting used to restream. All right, let's see.
Brand new software. What can go wrong?
It is. What could go wrong? We don't know.
Look, we're live. We're live.
So you good? You guys see me? You see the Kenyan committee calls for a shutdown of the WorldCoin. You guys see that?
No.
Nope.
Still see you.
You don't? Oh, wow. Okay, that's not good.
Hey!
Hold on. I got to add it. That's all right. I'm learning.
This technical difficulty.
Hey, you see it now?
We got a crazy echo now, though.
You see it now, though,
We
right?
read
Kenyon Committee, you see that?
We see it, but we got a crazy echo.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Future is awesome. Listen.
Is it me or is it you?
now you.
Am I echoing or what?
Nope, you.
Right. On it.
Okay, well, either or. Do you guys see the Kenyon Committee? No. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. So what we're talking about here is the Kenyon Committee calls for a shutdown of WorldCoin, and obviously, if anybody knows, Sam Altman is the founder of that WorldCoin, and the Kenyan government is saying, you know what, we're not having that here in this African country, right? In Kenya. So what they're totally doing is this disregard of a stop order in May. That's what their country has put because the WorldCoin, it has a registration of these Kenyans by WorldCoin on an online app, right? And it does that. What is it? The facial or the eye? I think it's the eye thing. So let me read here. But that's what it's doing, right? It does this thing where it kind of takes the user's information, right? And it does. It receives the iris scans from users, and then the Kenyan government say that's not going to happen, right? You're taking our people's their information. Some of them maybe don't know that that's what this coin does, and they're pushing back and saying that that's not going to happen here. So it's kind of interesting. That's Kenya. We know a lot. We have a lot of people from our community in Kenya. They talk about kind of all the things that are going on over there with that their own kind of digital currency. So we'll see what's going on. But that's for the first country kind of just saying no to what's going on with the WorldCoin, right? Grayscale, it submits SEC filing to convert Ethereum Trust to spot ETF. All right, so they the following the approval of the first Ether futures exchange traded fund ETF. Grayscale Investments is looking to convert its Grayscale Ethereum Trust to a spot Ether exchange traded fund ETF. The New York Stock Exchange, ARCA, filed for the conversion with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission on October 2nd. Grayscale's existing trust invested in Ether futures contract as an indirect means of exposure to ETH, but a spot ETF will invest in the underlying asset. And I was going to do this. We were going to try to do a show earlier in the week last week, but just technical difficulties. We're learning this stuff here. And, just the differences of these future ETFs, right? These future contracts and spot ETFs. The difference is with that stuff is, the futures, they don't really hold it. And I understand there is no physical Bitcoin and physical ETH, but we also know about, custody, self-custody. So these futures, it's more of a paper type thing, paper contract, right? But these spot ETFs, like, with the Grayscale, and you're talking about BlackRock and Fidelity, when they get these spot ETFs, they will literally have to have, the custody of these assets, right? So people coming in and investing in stuff. So I just kind of wanted to touch on that. Any y'all, can you add anything or do you have anything? I didn't know, like I said, who can hear me, how this is going. So maybe something we'll have to adjust as we go further.
Well, I have a question. Go ahead. If you want to give it a bigger.
Yeah, it's all right, man. We'll have to fix that because it's not. It's
I think maybe it's mute, Ray. Somebody else.
Okay, I got you. Let me mute then.
Did that fix it? Yep. That sounds better.
I used to hear that's interesting. I was just on the Ethereum because to get to the ETF, is Ethereum going to up a little bit more of a spike or a little bit more interest in it?
Let's try this. Try this stuff.
Wow.
All good. I'm just going to come back and then, what it was talking about over here is obviously this pump. It went up. Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything kind of in the crypto space did a big surge today, right? And then that's what I want to show you. I mean, of course, everybody's seeing the charts. Had their pump kind of come back down, right? It's kind of just still going sideways in this whole space. I know everybody's excited for October and all that thing, right? But kind of just get a little head fake today, right?
Don't
Don't
rain
rain
on
on
our
our
October
October
parade.
Yeah, I'm not raining on it, man. I'm just saying, that it was like this little head fake and back down to where we've been like for past 7 days, right? It's all good. I'm not raining on it. I'm down. I'm down. I was a little excited myself. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I was talking about earlier. Come on, we're always kind of making fun with the IMF. They're not our friends. I don't believe so, and a lot of other countries kind of believe the same thing. With them kind of giving loans to countries, and then they kind of control what goes on with that country. But the IMF is working on working on paper proposes country level assessment matrix for crypto risks. So this crypto risk assessment is kind of ridiculous. And as I scroll down, you're going to see what I'm talking about because they got it all written out, and it does look like the Matrix, man. It's assessing micro financial risks from crypto assets. So they know there's risks, man. And I think like in anything, when you're investing, there's risk, there's good and bad, there's ups and downs. So there's always risk, but they always want to fix it because they want to get, I think, in the middle. I think they're definitely the top dog and middleman kind of stuff, right? So if you scroll down, I'm going to show you the assessment macro financial risk crypto assets matrix. So take a look at this, right? As as you look at this is their crypto to protect you. And if you start looking at this matrix, right? There's a lot of stuff where you'll start seeing a bank here. I don't know. They got this called DeFi right here for these crypto platforms, but it don't look too DeFi to me. It looks like it goes through a lot of intermediaries. It looks like there's a lot of middlemen. There, look down here's the government. You got a lot of stuff going on here. So this threat matrix or whatever they want to call it is pretty centralized, and it's kind of funny. This is the kind of stuff that they're and I get it, right? We've always talked about centralization, decentralization, and how this stuff is going to work, right? There's going to definitely be people that want to be in this type of centralized system, right? And that's fine, right? But you can't mix the two. There is no mixture. I mean, there's stuff obviously we use, things like OpenSea, and that's more of a centralized thing, right? Hopefully in the future we can kind of unlock. I did see your tweet, Austin. I think you were mentioning something about that, right? Hopefully that we don't fall in the same trap of thinking we're doing all this amazing stuff and going to be building all this decentralization while all of a sudden you're just going to fall right back into the same old. And to me, this exactly looks like what the IMF is trying to do here, right? So I'm going to wrap it up here and stop sharing, but that is almost kind of mind-boggling of what they're trying to do. Look here, household, corporates, governments, it's kind of the end game right here, right? Borrowers, crypto platforms, traditional finance, savers, investors, kind of everybody in the gamut is there. So let me stop sharing here. Hopefully we can get, like I said, some of this stuff fixed, and we will straighten this stuff out. Let me mute myself. And how are you guys? Can you hear me now? Can we talk back and forth or no?
I don't know.
Yeah, sounds good.
There you go.
So it must be when you're sharing your screen that it causes that.
I was watching a live stream this morning where they was having that same exact issue. The guy that was sharing the screen, sharing the news story, was talking through the news story, and what he would do was have to stop sharing it so that the others could pipe in. It's annoying, but hey, they pulled it off. So
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We'll figure it out. I mean, we can research, see how this goes, and like I said, we also use StreamYard, but we were testing out Restream, have a couple different avenues, and it's all good, man. We learning. That's what this is all about. But I can share your screen if it's you, Sniper. I can mute myself. You guys let me know what you're looking forward. What are you looking to do?
So a couple of things. One, the ETH futures thing. So just for clarity, so right now they currently have ETH futures approved, where they're able to essentially speculate on the price. So they don't actually own, but they can speculate on if the price is going to go up or down. But
Right.
what they're filing for with the exchange traded fund is that where a fund actually goes and buys the Ethereum or Bitcoin, and investors can buy shares into that fund. Is that so? That, I mean, that can be a game changer. I mean, how much capital is in those institutions where they can easily be putting, hundreds of millions of dollars a day into
Right.
Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just so that's crazy. That's I see why ETFs are a big deal now.
Yeah. Well, and it is right, but they do have to have the self custody of it, right? I mean, it's not like, because that's what I used to, with the FTX stuff. That's where it got all wonky, right? I mean, that's what that dude was doing. He's like, it was like paper Bitcoin, man, like they do with the gold market, right? I mean, that's kind of what suppresses the gold market,
Like
is
they do with the fiat market.
like they do with the fiat. I know, but I'm just saying that that's hopefully
Yeah.
all that stuff doesn't get wonky there, man, because I get it. I'm just kind of like I
Yeah.
said, it could help, obviously, right? You get a bunch of people that don't. I was helping people this weekend. They're not plugged in, man, and all this stuff scares them. The private keys, forgetting it, losing it, not remembering their and they were like, you know what? I just want to stay in Coinbase. I'm sorry, so that's all.
Well, even then, like getting Coinbase is like a huge concern for people. Whereas like they can get on their what they're used to, and they're
Yeah.
able to go and see this new technology stock or fund, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum. Like, oh, let's get into that.
Yep, exactly, man. So you going? You got something, D-Ray? Do you want me to share that PayPal? What you
Yeah.
got going on, and then I'll mute myself.
Yep. Go ahead and let's see if it works.
All right.
Beautiful. Y'all can hear me okay? Good.
Yeah.
Nice. So going back to what y'all was just talking about, this I saw this story. I saw where they applied for it the other day, but it kind of made news today. Like, hey, PayPal's coming out with their own marketplace, and it's kind of like I don't know. At one point, it's like what you guys are talking about. It's like, no, we want to stay on the decentralized platform. We want to stay on DeFi. We don't want any of these centralized powers getting involved with this. But on another hand, it's like, man, I kind of wish some of this would work, because of that onboarding process. It's like, I've been here for 3 years, and it's not got any easier to get people onboarded. You got people that are like, yeah, NFTs are cool, but the process you have to go through to get one, it's confusing. I don't know how to get my hands on one. I know Austin reminded me today, I had shared this on Twitter, and he's like, yeah, well, you got to remember Coinbase tried this too, and it was kind of a flop. And I was like, oh my God, that was just like, what, a year ago? And I had already forgot about it. So it's like, it's crazy how fast this all this can move, but I don't know. I mean, what's y'all's thoughts on it? Because I'm bearish against it at first. But then I don't know, after you're on board with these projects and you're trying to help people get onboarded, you're trying to help people get wallets, ETH wallets, and all this stuff so they can attain these things. It's like, I don't know, man. I wish there was some kind of mesh, where it would make it easier for them. I don't like, how it says that PayPal is trying to implement a system where it's going to be off chain here. There's not going to be a gas fee or any record on the blockchain. That really takes away what the fruit of all this is, like, okay, well, there's no record of it. There's no record of the transaction. There's no gas fee. It's just like it's I don't know. It's not like you're sending it peer to peer even. It's like it doesn't exist anymore. It's kind of crazy. So I don't know. What's y'all's thoughts on it?
I've got a few takes, but FOMO head, I'm gonna let you go first if you got anything, because I might.
Yeah, absolutely. Ray, can you move it up again? I was trying to read that again, just a little bit higher.
It says
Back up.
PayPal.
No, I wanted to read when you say on.
Just joking.
So when we talk about on off, a little bit higher again there, Ray. A little bit higher. Yeah, right there. For on or off chain asset trading. So here's the question, Austin, which I'm just going to give you another. So what's the benefit? I get the on chain. So we want to have an on chain asset trading record on chain. Why would somebody even come up with off chain? I don't see the what Dusty brought up, I don't see the plus in off chain.
So it's probably pretty much exactly like how even centralized exchanges work right now. So when you go on a centralized exchange and you wanted to swap for different tokens, you're not usually paying a network fee unless you're sending it off the exchange. So what happens is for Coinbase, for example, Coinbase is going to be the custody of the assets, and they have an internal ledger of all their users. So when their user changes anything, they just update their internal ledger, which is off chain, who owns what. And then whenever you send anything off, then that's when the record actually gets pushed to on chain. So I'm imagining that's how PayPal is going to be, is where PayPal actually custodies all the NFTs. So the NFTs stay in one wallet, they don't move around, but PayPal will have like an internal database of which user owns what NFTs. And if that user ever wants to go and take it off of their platform and put it in their own wallet, that's when the on-chain trading will happen. So the off-chain trading would just be PayPal updating which users own what NFTs. So you'd be able to trade on the marketplace without any gas fees or network fees.
Okay, totally understand that. That's great. I appreciate the explanation. Then again, do we bring up the conversation that Ray brought up earlier, where it's paper NFT, like the NFT theoretically staying in the same exact place, but the ledger is telling who owns the NFT.
So the dilemma would be that, let's say, because there's only 10,000 Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, whatever.
Correct.
So let's say, just theoretical, we'll just use simple math here. Let's say all 10,000 Bored Apes are in PayPal's custody on their marketplace. But if there was 30,000 Bored Apes being traded out in the marketplace, in all NFT marketplaces, you'll go, okay, something's not fucking right here. 10,000 does not equal 30,000. So in that case, there would be like paper fake Bored Apes being created. So with things happening on chain is where you get the benefit of that. FTX, like Ray brought up, FTX had that huge issue is with, they were putting up collateral of a token and then but it was staying in the same custody. Then they'd go and use those same tokens for collateral in other places. So that was one way they're doing it. But then another way is that when people were going and buying Bitcoin, they didn't actually buy any Bitcoin. They would just update that user's account in their internal database with them buying Bitcoin. So they go to the FTX website and see, oh, I own 1 Bitcoin. But in reality, on the chain, they never actually bought it, and FTX was using it for collateral and trading and whatever. So
Gotcha.
You could run into that issue if yeah, I mean, it could get screwy.
Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, I do. Again, what Dusty was talking about, I like the idea that PayPal's getting into the market, more eyes on the industry, more in technology. Love it. Not really loving the off chain, but I love the fact that this, people recognize PayPal. More people recognize PayPal than they do a MetaMask wallet. So it's possibly a way to get them introduced to the technology and then move them eventually further into it. So that's
I wonder if it's truly off chain like this, and the asset kind of remains in one spot. On down in the story, they were talking about. Well, you can see it right there, right under the title, where it talks about the royalties, being able to give the projects royalties, and even some third party providers and stuff. So I wonder if the asset doesn't really move, how they plan to do that.
interesting.
Just more probably just on a UI level. They're just, because they control the website. So in order for you to interact with it, because it's just like a user account. So you probably won't even you won't be interacting like with the wallet, how we do with MetaMask on OpenSea.
Mm-hmm.
With PayPal, I imagine it's just like having a Facebook profile, but here you have a PayPal NFT profile. And so you do a trade, it's just going to automatically add that into your trade, but it's not going to be on chain to where you're confirming the transaction or not. It doesn't have to move. So since they have control of the UI, they have control of the transaction. But
well, and the market's going to determine it, right? I mean, I know we can all speculate, and if people want to use this, like I said, I know the centralized way is going to be used quite often, right? Like I said, you can say until we in the decentralized kind of space start making tools that are very user friendly, people can just spin up something, off an app off their phone, and now they got a wallet. They can move tokens around. Very simple. That's you're gonna do that, and that's good. You need this battle, right? I mean, Austin, we were on a space before, and you're laughing at Betamax. You don't even know what Betamax is, and VHS. This is what happens all the time, and it's good. That's a good thing.
He probably doesn't know what TiVo was.
TiVo.
You know
Tim
what?
Tebow.
Not Tim Tebow. TiVo, man.
I remember TiVo.
Yeah, hey, but the one thing I know you don't have it up, Austin, but Dusty would probably it'd be best if he spins up the website and you go from there, right?
Well, before we get into that, so there's a couple of things I want to add on to here. So one, Ray, you're right. So one thought I had immediately when I seen Dusty post this was like essentially we run like the risk of users keep on going into these centralized platforms, whereas like we in the Web3 community that are here right now, there's decentralized marketplaces right now. We just don't adopt to them. And so for whatever reason, we like as humans, we find a brand where we find a name that we're comfortable with and secure with. We're going to stick to it. We don't like to hop around. I mean, I've been using OpenSea and there's better marketplaces, but I'm so used to using OpenSea that I don't go through the friction. I've used MetaMask and Ledger, all this time, but there's better wallets out there, but I just, don't want to go through the friction of setting it up. So like as a Web3 community, we have the ability to create a decentralized marketplace, but for whatever reason, I don't know why we don't all support it. And usually it's because it feels like there's like some type of hidden agenda behind it. Whereas like we know with these mega corporations, what their agenda is, they want to get as much profits off this as possible. So at least it's not hidden. It's like a little more upfront. We don't know about some of the decentralized ones. But the other thing I think would be like a good conversation between us would be what our thoughts on like the future of NFTs would be, in the sense like when I see this right here, it made me think, well, most NFTs are probably going to be consumer items, consumer products, consumer services. And so you don't really need to stress the decentralized and on-chain ownership of those assets, because they're mostly going to be used for consumer items, products or services. Now with NFTs, we need to stress like decentralization and on-chain is when you have them being used for a DAO or being used as, like governance tokens, being used for yielding, being used for high-end collectors or collectibles, or like verifying contracts or whatever it may be. But like, so I guess the way I see it is most NFTs going forward are going to be consumer items. And so I think that's where these centralized exchanges come into play, and where people will keep them on there because it just makes it simple and easy. But more higher end, expensive, or just more use case functionality NFTs are probably going to end up being more decentralized. So it's probably gonna be like two kind of areas of NFTs: consumers and owners.
Yep. And I wanted to see it because, like I said, some people keep popping in too. What's up, Brandon? Good to see you, man. So I just hopping in there as people commenting. It's all good. She said, "What are you putting here, Dave?" Hey,
guys. FOMO head.
She's talking about Austin, FOMO head, and Dusty. There you go. That's good. But it is. It's right. It's funny when you do talk to folks, because you get off down the road. I just went to my high school reunion, bro, and it was
what
crazy. I did.
You're out of high school?
10 years, man. 10-year high school reunion was amazing. You know what I mean?
Man, I thought you just graduated.
I did. I almost graduated. But anyway, it was funny. You're talking to people, and we're in such a bubble. And I don't mean obviously, that kind of bubble, but I mean that they don't even know what you're talking about, man. They have no idea. We're so immersed into here. Like we, like everybody knows this, and they don't. They're scared like crazy of this whole thing. And it's funny how the media does it. And they're all, they're like parrots, man. It's exactly whatever the news says. They're all like, so it's wild. And it is, it's good to be back and, get back on here talking to you guys. You know what I mean?
It's good to see your face again.
Somebody in the comments just roasted you. They said 10, ha, ha, ha. And that's what I was fixing to say. Like 10 years. How many times did you fail, dude?
No, that's time. This was 10, maybe somewhere around there. 10, 20, could be 30. I don't know.
Some were close.
Yeah.
So Dusty, question for you is, how do you see, future of NFTs being as far as, why would somebody choose to interact with the PayPal platform over a more decentralized marketplace?
I think it's just the ease of use. I really do. I mean, dude, for the last couple of years, I've just been totally bearish on anything centralized. But like I said, after being in this process of trying to help get up people onboarded, man, and people out there know it's such a labored process just to get them on MetaMask. Not even on the decentralized side, like you said before, just on the centralized side to get them in a centralized bank like Coinbase or something. And man, it's such a chore that I don't know. I almost think there has to be something like this, kind of like what you was referring to. There's going to be kind of two sides of the coin, a centralized side and a decentralized side. That if this helps the core of Web3, all of us that are here now, to have this as a tool to bring people on board, I think it's needed. I really do. And if this brings on the masses, and then let's say 60-70% of that mass comes into the DeFi side, once they learn, that there's better, just like you were saying, there's better platforms, there's better wallets out there. Once they learn that, then man, we could use this as a massive onboarding tool. So I don't know. I've kind of started welcoming the idea that I wish somebody could build something that's a little bit easier.
But just think about this, and this is maybe just an off the cuff example. So we all use the internet every day, and we interact with people every day on the internet. And when we interact with people, we're usually using like a social media platform, such as right now, X, YouTube, whatever. A lot of people use Facebook. So think of how much easier it is for you to go and follow somebody or add a friend on one of these platforms to keep them in your contact list, as opposed to you going and having like a notepad full of everybody's email and name and thinking, okay, now I need to go and contact that person. So you're going to open up your notepad and you're going to open up your email server and you're going to go and email them. Whereas it's easy just to go to these platforms and just write them a DM or hit them a follow or whatever it may be. So I guess maybe that's like an example of like, it's going to be easy for people to use PayPal to store their NFTs. Say they're playing a game and it's like, hey, would you like to connect your Xbox NFT or PayPal NFT, whatever it may be? And because it keeps track of it, it's like that. It reduces a lot of friction. Now, I'm actually like not excited for it because I'm like a decentralization maxi. And the whole idea here is for us to own our assets. So we get in trouble right now where we go and get high up on spend a lot of time on these social media platforms and get high amounts of followers or likes, or it doesn't even have to be high. It could be little amounts, but at any minute they can just censor us and ban our account. Like Sniper, I'm surprised you actually posted the Onion Challenge video you did, because they might have been able to ban you for that or suspend your account. And it's like, man, you spent.
Well, the head guy was smoking off a 50 cal, so no, he owns he owns Twitter, and he's blasting from the hip a 50 cal.
And I made sure I retweeted that right before I posted that video, so I could be like, "Yo, what the heck, dude? Here you are doing it yourself."
That's right. I really got a pew pew, and you got a cannon, bro.
I think you should have challenged Elon Musk to eat an onion with his 50 cal.
Yeah,
he was from the hip.
Yeah, that onion wouldn't have a chance there, no chance that there would be pieces, nothing. But yeah,
I gotta say that was probably a mistake by me, because when I shot it, the outside realm kind of got blown apart. So what I picked up was the middle of the onion. It kind of shot the side of it and blew all the side off. It was so juicy, dude. And if people don't know, we can actually go through Twitter and show some of the Monster Challenge stuff, but it was so juicy. It was awful, man. My wife barely let me sleep in the same room with her, because it was like, I don't know, the smell wasn't that bad. It was the little belches. It's like all that juice went down and little belches would come out, just little burps like here and there would just slip out. And she's like, oh my God, never again. Like, what are you, a bunch of 12-year-olds?
That's crazy. Well, yeah, you struggled with it for a good 2 minutes, man. That was funny. Good stuff, man.
You're up next, Ray.
Not me. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
got
right.
challenged today.
Yeah, I even might delay it. I'm gonna be going somewhere, and I was gonna do it in a nice, cool little place. But I might have an idea too. But yes.
I heard the challenge is 24 hours.
Oh, is it 12? Okay, I didn't know there was okay. I didn't know there was a time limit. But okay.
You've got a really cool device at your house
I do. I don't know if I
That
want to
you-
use that though.
that you could
You know,
use to toast
you
the
just
onion.
reminded me.
Dusty, you do know that we're under a drought, right? I am not going to do that. So just so you know, I can't. I'd like to whip out the old flamethrower, but yes, we are in a serious drought, dude. You know that.
Reminded me, we should do I'm sure we have some people that can cut some videos together. When we're all done with this, we should do little pieces of the entire, bushel of onions that we've destroyed.
Make it a music video.
That's
Yeah.
right.
The beat is the crunch of everybody biting.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be funny.
There you
That
go.
could be what goes viral out of all of it. It's just a music video of people eating onions. Who
That's
knows?
it.
And Dusty's sound of the gun going off, and then me putting on my great Poupon.
But it was, yeah, it was good too, FOMO.
FOMO head smacking his this.
Dude, it was horrible.
You got it down pretty good. I'm glad she fast forwarded it. But yeah, Dusty, he took a little bit, man. 2 minutes. It was.
I think we should
you can
eventually
see you're not a fan of onions, there, Dusty.
Yeah,
Come on.
I think he used a lot of rounds to get the small. I think he ate. Can you see how much onion he actually ate? That was about that much.
It got bigger. It's one of those things you put in your mouth and it just continues to get bigger and bigger. Like it does not want to go down. It's like, please. I don't want to put it out. Let's get it over with.
Yeah, I got grass
Hey,
on this
that's
thing.
why you
There's
can't
grass.
have DJs on the show. That's right there.
I've never experienced that before, Dustin.
Yeah.
I've never had that experience.
I've only got it. We just
Oh,
came off
what
the
was that?
Yeah, see, Deb said
We're
I
gonna
can't do it.
have to clip that.
I can't do it, man. She said, "See, all good." Oh, so you gonna go over popping up the website? You think you can throw that up, Dusty? Because I think that's what fixes it, you guys. I think if I don't share, it'll be fine without the echoes. You know what I mean?
Secret to life: Ray don't share
Right on. That's the best.
unless you need a link.
That's right. If you have a link, I'll share all day, bro.
So yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna have to go through all this, be your little secretary, I think I'm putting in for a raise tomorrow.
He's not gonna play anymore. He's not gonna play.
Let's go.
There you go. Look at that.
EmpowerUnity.
That's what I'm talking
EmpowerUnity.
Yes, sir.
So one thing for everybody listening, one thing that we thought of was like, we get on Spaces all the time. We're always talking about the monsters and how excited we are for them because they're fucking awesome. Point blank, period. But we thought it'd be a good idea to like, oh, hey, now we got this whole live stream feature that pops up. I guess we've had it for a while. Why not share this with the audience? So, Dusty, I don't know if you want to play the video and then we can go to the website after.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll actually play the sound because I know with other platforms. Y'all hear that?
No, you have to when you share. There's a little thing that you toggle. You should be able to toggle, but you might not be able to do it now. Let me see.
I knew it was going to do that.
It's all good.
Messed up.
Yeah, when you do it, when you go back and share it, there should be a thing that says a toggle switch. I was going to even put. I won't play it when you're playing the video, but I'm going to play some. We got that. We got back.
To share audio, share a tab instead. So let's do that.
Where does that sound? Where's that coming from? Feels like
Jamaica. That's where it's coming. So let me let's see. I got other stuff. We're gonna be checking it out, man.
oh, you're playing those sounds?
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Let me. I'll put this one on. Hold on. Now you got this in. Are you gonna try to play it?
We're going to try it again.
Let's go.
Where all my party DJs at? Let's go!
Go full screen.
Oh, come on, guys. JPEG's got you down? We thought you may need a boost, and that's why we came prepared. Whoa, man. A Web 3 portal? Where did you get a Web3 portal door? This is Ich de Bit. Come in. Are you in position?
10-4, little buddy. It's a go for Operation Party Protocol.
Yo, Ace, what's up? And here we go.
We go.
I like it. Now that's good.
Where do you think that portal goes to?
I don't know. I've been seeing some posts, man. I don't know. I was curious.
I don't think it's the end of the cartoon. I really don't. I think there's more to come. Because if you'll remember back, the website actually showed us a little sneak peek of this cartoon. It was like, they just kind of busted open the door and it stopped. And then it kind of, on down the line, it revealed a little bit more of the cartoon. I don't think the cartoon's over. I think there's more to come.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get to see where the portal goes.
I think so. I think you're right, man. I agree.
I'm ready to be headed to Texas.
Texas.
All right, Dusty, let's scroll through some of the rest of it.
And you got theme music now. Awesome.
So scroll back up real quick. One thing that the other up.
That's it. It jumps down.
No, I just wanted to highlight that right there. EmpowerUnity. So that messaging right there, that is and will be one of the largest movements to ever hit planet Earth. And I have full conviction of that. And really, I mean, it might mean something different to everybody else. But to me, it's like, look, we have a tool here that as humans and as people around the world, that if we empower each other to use this tool and unite together, you know, there's going to be, there's going to be a huge paradigm shift for society. And so I see EmpowerUnity being a massive movement. And, you know, I can foresee many people, thousands, if not millions, if not hundreds of millions of people, if not billions of people getting behind this movement for what it means. We're no longer the product. We are the revolution. I mean, and don't take those words lightly. It's like we keep on getting taken advantage of and getting our value extracted from us, and it just goes onto somebody else's balance sheet. Fuck that. Sorry for my French or Texan or German, whatever you want to call it. But we are here to stand up for ourselves and empower each other and unite. So let's fucking go.
And the world is so ready for it, man. It's like it's crazy town, right? I mean, people are, they're tired of it. You can see how they, try to divide us. And this is a great, like you said, EmpowerUnity. That's the perfect thing, right? That the world, like you said, needs. I agree, man. Right on.
That's the perfect combination to me because just the word unity is a powerful word. I mean, anytime you unify people, on a common goal or anything like that, there's power in it. So just the power unity is power itself, but that empower unity, it's like a movement of unity. It's an ongoing movement of unity. So that's what the combination means to me.
Right on.
Well, we also talk about community. This is way more powerful than community because it's about unity. You can have a community, you can have a bunch of people, but if you're not united, you don't have a common core, common plan. It's just a split up division of people going in all different directions. So I really do love EmpowerUnity.
No, I don't see the monsters as a community. I see the monsters as a group of communities. I see a bunch of communities coming together under this umbrella. I don't see people on Twitter changing their profile pictures to monsters, now or in the future. I think this is just something you hold in your wallet that says, hey, I'm part of this freaking movement. I'm tired of being the product. I want to be a part of the revolution. So I think it's a bunch of those communities coming together under one umbrella. I tell people this isn't a project, it's a movement, because this is exactly what it is.
100%. That background music.
Not you? It's not for you?
It's soothing. It's soothing.
It's either soothing or I'm going to hear a guy said,
Hey.
for cosmetics and shampoos and luggage.
Hey, all they got is chill. There's down tempo, there's lo-fi, and then there's future. It's all low chill.
What does lo-fi sound like?
Let's see. Takes a little time switching.
I feel like I'm like in a
trippy.
Jeep Grand Cherokee at about 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Windows tinted.
This is the future.
Going 15 miles per hour down the road. Is that the Statue of Liberty there?
That's right. Oh, good. I'll turn it down.
So I mean, I don't think we should read all this text here, but for those in your spare time, go ahead and go over to this website and read all of this, and really understand what this movement's really about and what it's trying to get across. And the website, by the way, is monstermy.city, but it's absolutely crazy. What we're a part of, what we have the opportunity to do, and all it is a tool, and it's a symbol that we're going to unite together and use this tool. And that tool is Web3, blockchain technology, decentralized technology, and we want people to own it. And that's why I'm a monster. That's why I support the community. That's why I support the movement, is because I want liberty from state and money across the world. I want people to have property rights and self-sovereignty across the world. I want people to have control over, their finances and the opportunities. I want the opportunities to be democratized, so. And that really is an opportunity with blockchain technology and what it could do. And if we don't adopt it, then we're going to be sitting here having this discussion of, hey, PayPal customer support, how do I get my NFT? So, you don't want to see FOMO head at customer support.
No, customer support.
FOMO head, period. Where's my NFT? I don't know. Where'd you put it? Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Ooh. Is everybody else seeing this?
I don't see anything.
I gotta say, as people explore this, if you have the opportunity to mint one of these, dude, that process is second to none, man. I've been in NFTs since NFT, the big bang of them and stuff, but this mint up here, going through the minting process of actually minting one, finding the portal and it coming through the portal and stuff, you getting your capsule, your shadow monster, and then you get to go to the lab after you mint it out, so back in all other projects, you kind of got an unrevealed NFT, and then they had the big reveal date, and everybody got to see what they got. This is not like that. So you get a shadow that's kind of generic. Everybody's kind of got the same thing. There's 4 different type of monsters, but then you get to go into this lab, man. And dude, I'm not going to ruin it for people, but it's freaking amazing the way you're able to personalize this thing to fit you to the T, man. It's dude, it's second to none. Whoever the developers were on this, the cartoon speaks for itself. I mean, it's perfect to what the current atmosphere is like in NFTs. The dude falling over in the cake and like the party's over. The cartoon was perfect. So this has got some masterminds behind it, dude. So it's just the whole process is phenomenal.
Yeah, right on. And I think that we'll do that. I got a monster that we might mess around and kind of.
We're gonna mess with your monster.
You should do that. That'd be a cool show.
Well, it's yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how about we go through and explain a little bit of how to even go through the mint. Explain that process. So maybe you can scroll down to the creators. We can explain what's going on there with the creators. Your other down. Explain what's going on with the creators, and then that whole process. And then maybe we can click on the mint tab, and then the next episode we do, the next show, Ray, we can have you transform in one. We can mess around with your monster.
Mess around with the monster. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. So they got I even see the code chaser thing. So that's a cool tab. But yeah, I mean, you go around. These people who's for the culture, right? I'm not saying to scroll back up, but if you read a little bit further, just a little bit up as you go through that website, you'll see, that's what it's talking about is what do you stand for? We have a lot of people that say, but are they doers, right? And that's kind of, looks like that's what this is all about. It's about, are you for your community? Are you because are you going to stand up for them? Right? There's a lot of people that as we've been in this space, they want to get compensated, right? So they want to get compensated to spread it to their own community. How they going to make their bags filled, by kind of sometimes, not always, but putting stuff in front of their community. Now I get it. Influencers, they did work, they put in work, like even people doing right now. It is amazing to see, especially during this time period right now, is people that are on here every day, on the weekend, putting in work, doing all this stuff, right? It is. They are here, probably for obviously the right reason. During all that other time, it was getting a little ridiculous. I am glad how all this kind of turned out. For these past year or two, the system and the crypto space, NFTs, everything needed to be cleaned up a little bit, quite a bit. So, as you go through this process and you look and you find somebody that maybe you're part of their community, it's that you can go to them, throw a comment out, maybe show them their own image on here. And you say, hey, man, you got codes. Can you drop a code? Right. I'm sure I'm, missing some things, but that's kind of how, I was able to, mint a monster is you're following somebody that was on this list and they're dropping codes, and that's cool for them as an influencer, right? Using this project that they're recognized as an influencer or somebody who's a leader of their community or a celebrity. This list is amazing. It's not just crypto. There's celebrities, there's athletes, all kinds of people on here. And, it's really just kind of calling them out and seeing, who's really for Web3. Like we kind of touched on just kind of starting out this show. A lot of stuff is out there that, you keep saying that this is Web3 and we're decentralized, but are we really? Right? I think that this project is really going to kind of uproot and see, and get that going, spark it, right?
No, I got to say, I was lucky to get a monster. I was lucky to get the opportunity because I was pretty stupid with this system in the beginning because I would go through the A, B, C's, D's, and I'm like, man, Nick Canyon, George Lopez, I don't have the power to get to these people to be like, hey, man, are you for the culture? Why don't you send a signal? I didn't know up here at the top there was a little search bar. So right here, this thing is powerful. Austin told me about it one day. I was like, oh man, that makes sense. So here you can come and actually search for those influencers and creators, that are out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So you may follow one of these guys. Let's just say Beeple had a big event over the weekend, so you can come up here, start typing, and it will filter out. And look, there you go. There's Beeple, so you can there link to his Twitter account. Send them a direct message, say, hey, Beeple, you got to go check this website out. Tell them you're for the culture, and they're going to issue some codes. And that's how you get to mint one of these monsters, is getting your hands on these codes. So you can come up here to For the Culture, this tab over here, and actually see the people that have already sent that signal saying, hey, I am for the culture, and these people have codes. It actually shows you how many codes they have left. How many's been used. So it's a pretty cool tool. Some of these people, you can hit them up, say, hey, I heard that you signaled you're for the culture. You stand for the culture. I'd like to have one of your codes, So it's really cool stuff. Really cool stuff.
So is that clear? FOMO head. How do you mint one of these?
What are you talking about? How you mint one of these? You get one of the codes and you go
How do you get a code?
Well, let me tell you. I private message one of these people, an influencer, and I can't tell you which one because that's secret. And he had a space, and we were just talking. Let's go. Let's drop the code. Let's drop the codes. EmpowerUnity, be part of it. And he dropped the codes. And then I grabbed the code. If you go up, I go up on that snipe.
I think what it's going to do, if I click on mint, since I'm in a specific tab, it's going to open a new tab, right, Austin? So it's probably not going to show it unless I back out and reshare that tab too.
Yeah,
well, in this tab, you can just type in mint in front of the Monster My City.
Oh, got you. Look at you. You're such a genius.
Mint.monstermy.city.
Thank you for that.
So essentially, you got this list of creators, and you can scroll through everybody. You can scroll through A, B, C, D, and find
There.
somebody that you may know on that list. And it's just a simple question: hey, do you stand up for empowering people? It's a yes or no, because there's not really a no answer to that. You say no, that you don't stand up for empowering people. It's like, okay, well, I don't stand up for whatever crap you believe in, then, whatever you're trying to sell me, whatever you're trying to get me to follow you on. I just want to know if you stand for empowering people. And so, if people do that, then what it's going to do is enable them for getting a code that gets 10 mints for the monsters. And so they'll share out their codes how they deem fit. But once you get that code, what you do is you come over to this website right here, and you can enter it into the which Sniper can probably hover over. You're going to enter the code here on the website, and that's going to grant the ability to mint a monster. It's a free mint, doesn't cost anything. Just got to pay the gas fee, have a Web3 wallet, such as MetaMask. But in reality, it's really cool to see if we're going to find the people that are going to stand up for the culture of Web3. And so if you have a code and it's valid, you're going to search for a portal. It's going to take about 5 minutes searching all over the world to find you the perfect monster for you. And then you can take it over to the lab and dress it up. So,
absolutely.
And those things, obviously, they're green, blue, and gold. Those are different tiers. And like you can see, the greens are sergeants, the blues are captains, and the golds are generals. So if you win something like that in that 0.48% range, wow, good for you. It's crazy.
I got a gold, a general,
Ooh.
Corpus Christi, Texas, and but I had to get that one off of OpenSea. I didn't mint it.
Oh,
but it was listed for OpenSea. Went and got it. But that's another really cool thing, is that these monsters are tied to cities.
Yeah.
And so the top 1,000 major cities, which are the golds, those are the ones that will have the ones already named. But all the rest of them, all the rest of the cities in the world, you're going to be able to go and claim a city, and that city becomes unique and immortalized on the blockchain. So you have that area as like a beacon of hope for humanity, as a light tower for decentralization. And so that city's put on the map. It's immortalized on the blockchain. And you get to represent your hometown, represent, where your wedding was, or where your first kid was born, or where your most memorable event was in life, whatever it may be, your dream destination. It doesn't have to be somewhere you've been. It can be somewhere that you wish to go to, you think would be a great place. So it's really cool that what the cities can represent, and so many cool things. I can see, like, picture this. I can see like this like flash mob happening over the world, where there's just like billboards up. Like everybody just gets their monster and just puts it like almost overnight, where like there's just like these monsters on billboards all over the world, and put shining on buildings. Oh, imagine the sphere in Las Vegas having like monsters just like wrapped around it and floating. And you got Fomo Head's head right in the middle.
I was like even in the inside, man. I was looking at that U2, man. That sphere was cool. But yeah, you could see that all on the inside, man. All monsters everywhere, just popping up all over the world. Big map in there, Crazy, bro. Yep. Stuff is happening, man. Hey, did you see too the Ray-Bans? Things with Facebook? I don't mean to get off the subject. You're talking about the sphere. But Ray-Bans now are kind of, going to be like those Google glasses, bro. You see that?
Yeah, I've seen a few things about it, but I don't know all the details. But I did see the announcement.
Yeah, he was talking about, having them on. You're in Italy. You can't speak Italian. Say, hey, what does that say? And then,
Is that what it's going to sound like?
Yeah, just like that. Like a fax machine. There you go. Fax machine.
Nice.
It sounds like one of my uncles trying to think.
Yep.
No, but the future is crazy. We sometimes, especially being in crypto for a while now, and being, NFTs and Web3, 3, 4, 5, 6 years for a lot of us. It's like we almost take for granted how early we are. Like we think like we're already like full scale in the adoption of this, and like this thing's happening. It's like, no, we're still, this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4 decade journey of all of these technologies coming together, from robotics to AI to augmented reality to virtual reality to, cloud computing and robotics and drones and obviously blockchain and Web3. And I mean, it's just super exciting that we're literally at pioneering it, and we're on the infrastructure level of it right now. And so all of that is going to be built on top of blockchain. Smart cities are going to be built on top of blockchain. So it's like governments, cities, schools. I mean, everything is going to be built on top of it, and we're literally pioneering this technology. So
Yeah.
it's
Digital
a great place to
countries,
be.
man. Digital countries, all kinds of, you're going to see all kinds of ridiculous stuff we don't even have in our thoughts yet.
We think the boomers are upset now with the generations. Wait until the millennials get a hold of the next 2 generations.
Boomers are going to be really upset, bro. Yeah. But yeah, that's cool, man. But yeah, this minting process, we'll kind of, you kind of get a visual of that. But we'll do something with the labs, maybe the next show. And yeah, we're gonna start kind of, just going through this big old space we're in, man. We'll do some AI things. There's going to be a lot of different stuff that we can go through here. So it was cool. I appreciate you guys, man. And we had a little hiccup at the beginning, but we just learned, hey, I can't share. No sharing from Ray.
Are you kicking us off? Is that what you're doing? We have to go home.
Man. Hey,
we don't got to go home, but we got to get out of here.
That's how it goes. You don't do more than an hour on YouTube. That's definitely how
the rule.
That's the rule.
There's 2 rules. Don't talk about Fight Club and 60 minutes.
That's the rule.
This is 60 minutes.
Sometimes maybe this is going to be a place too. You're going to hit, you're going to hear some cool stuff too.
We got to leave them with something. They got to want more. We got it.
Go for it.
We got to get some other stuff going on. Hey, here's a question. When's the next day we're coming on, Austin? When are we going to do this again?
Tomorrow night.
There you go. See, that's breaking news. Tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific.
Specific, is that what you specific? See, this is why you don't go over 60 minutes.
Hey, it's specific to me. 5:30 specific.
You're crazy.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. See you tomorrow. That's the way it works. That's too funny.
Yep.
8:30 p.m. What is it? 8:30 p.m.
8:30.
5:30 p.m. Specific.
That's the best. Man.
That's a new shirt. I just got a new shirt. Thank you.
Well, there you go. Well, I'll go back the way we kind of went out. I'm gonna put the little the little bar up, the chill music, and we'll be on our way. Anybody else? Like I said, appreciate y'all. You got anything?
First time.
Appreciate y'all.
This is the inaugural. Just so you know, it doesn't start off with the first one. This is the inaugural event. Hey, everybody, put your hands in the hand
and just wave them like you just don't care.
Yeah. Ray, if you're gonna put that other music on, which was pretty lame, we could go with
Hey, I can't play. You know we're on YouTube, right, John? Like when you guys are on Twitter, you can play all your little music and it don't get squashed.
You're right.
On YouTube,
you're right,
bro. You cut.
Okay, hold on. Can we boom?
Yeah, but you can't just use any kind of.
I know what I was saying is, can you get something like? Can you do something like? I can go like this.
I'll do it. I'll do a reverse countdown.
I don't think it's a big deal.
It doesn't.
Okay, love you.
All right. See you
Just
guys.
end it.
Love yous.